Okay, part 3. I hit the button by accident. I was just starting to say, can I make any sense of this at all? And I don't think I can. Okay, so 13 euros, 26 euros. Oh, other side, there's English there. Okay, so adult 10 euros. Okay, opening hours Monday to Tuesday. It appears to be 10 a.m. to 11. Very cool. It gets dark here very early, so that's lots of time to go up there and get some shots. Get some night shots of the city. Okay, so I have to remember the position of the wheel, and then I can figure out what we'll be able to see at night. My guess is the designers and the guys who put it together, put the wheel together, gave some modicum of consideration, to something as important as spectacular views. So I'm assuming that this is the direction of the bridges on the Danube. So my guess is we'll be able to see a couple of the bridges anyway. Okay, the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton. This is behind the Ritz-Carlton. So am I going in the right direction here or what? I don't know. Somehow I feel that the river is that way. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow I feel like the river is back this way. But let's ask. Yeah, so Hungarian, completely different language than any other language in the world somehow. It has a slight similarity to Finnish, apparently. But it's its own language. Most of the people that I've stopped to ask if they speak English don't. The Hungarian people mostly don't speak English from what I've seen, especially the older people, the older Hungarians. And when I don't know, whenever I've stopped someone or approached a Hungarian person, especially an older person, it's like they become petrified. When you say, "Excuse me, do you speak English?" They look at you like you've got 3 heads. The look of, like a deer in the headlights. Oh my God, what do I do? Oh gee, I'm not laughing at them. It's just occurred to me. Of course, there's all kinds of there. Oh yeah, right. Sorry if I've offended anybody, but I'd forgotten about all that trouble with some of the refugees that showed up. This was the gateway to Europe, I seem to recall, and that would have terrified a lot of the people here. So I'm a guy, clearly I don't look Hungarian, walking around with a bald head and tan skin. I wonder if that's it. Any Hungarians watching this video, maybe leave a comment. That could be it. Maybe some of them are thinking, oh my God, another refugee. What does he want from me? Does he come to rob me or something? But there's always a sort of an approach that I have. Like, I don't walk right up to a person. Like, I always maintain a distance, and I show clearly that I'm maintaining a distance, and I smile, right? Good morning or good evening or whatever. Okay, yeah, so I need to ask where the Danube is. Excuse me, do you speak English?
Hi.
English? English, yeah. I'm looking for the Danube River. Is it that way? This way?
Go down that street.
Here.
And if you keep going down that street, you'll end up in the river.
Thank you. Okay, so I know how to get there. I always try to turn the camera away so the camera isn't right in the person's face. And sometimes people react immediately to the camera and will move away. So another thing to remember when you're doing this, try not to be too obtrusive. With your camera. Blue glass. Everybody loves blue glass, don't they? I do. Oh, there's that sun again. So once we get through these last buildings here, once we get through these last two buildings here, we'll be out on an avenue, and then it's a left, and then back to closer to my little apartment. Hungarian judo team. Oh, that wind really picks up. So yeah, if you're ever in a city, it usually works if you know you're close enough to the body of water, whether it's a large river or whatever. When the wind picks up, you know you're close. And in my case, I was wrong last night, because at one point there was some pretty fast wind coming down the avenue I was on, but it wasn't because I was near the river. It was just because I was It was a windy night. Oh, sun again, lovely. Okay, so my guess is those are the Parliament buildings. Okay, so I don't know how far over I've come. This is supposed to be the chain bridge. But anyway, there is the mighty Danube River. The river that carried all kinds of stuff in the development of Europe, including the destruction of Europe too, I suppose, because I'm sure hordes of warriors who loved sacking Europe's developed cities traveled along this river too. Okay, so that is supposed to be the chain bridge. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking it's called a chain bridge because, I don't know, wouldn't it have lots of chains on it? Like, wouldn't a lot of it support be with chains? But I don't see any chains. So I'm going to attempt to ask. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Not too bad. Is that the chain bridge by any chance?
The chain bridge, yeah.
Okay. What's the Hungarian name for it?
Lancehit.
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 Híd means bridge, right?
Híd means bridge.
Okay. And Erzsébet?
The next one, the white
next
one.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon. Okay, so there's the famous chain bridge. We got a peek at it. Afternoon. Why is it called the chain bridge? Is that a dumb question?
No. We have bus, which gives all information about it. You want?
Not just now. This is just a quick tour, but I was wondering why it was called the chain bridge.
Now it gives information.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so he's refusing to answer my question because he wants me to pay for the tour. You know what? We'll get the info from somebody else, dang it. Wow, this is a thrill, guys. A city that I've been meaning to visit for so long. I've only seen those bridges in magazines. Beautiful. Oh, to live in a city like this. Hungary especially, like, I mean, it's a shame what's going on with its economy, of course, but Hungary is a pretty good central spot, right? Budapest, I could easily live in this city. Okay, so that's the Erzsébet, the Elizabeth Bridge over there. We'll have a little peek at that, and then we'll call it the end of the neighborhood walk. Oh, restaurants, floating restaurants. I wonder if those are also the cruise boats that do the 2-hour dinner tours and stuff. I think there is at least one boat here as well that does a New Year's Eve cruise too. I'm pretty sure. Now, I don't know if it was on the Rhine or if it was here, because I came really close to booking one for myself one year. Gonna pack my my tuxedo up with me, get my my shoes polished and whatnot, and fly out here. But I ended up doing something else instead. Just checking to see how the battery's doing, and it's down low as well again on this one. I'll have to change it up. So, Chain Bridge. It's a lovely looking bridge, as bridges go. A little underwhelming somehow, but I suppose its beauty is highlighted at night when all of its lights are on, I suppose. Look at all that brick and concrete and cement and that went into building that. Is that Parliament, or is it over there? I'll figure it out. You can see that it's a little colder here in Budapest, a little colder than Venice, because everyone's all bundled up and most people have a hat on or some kind of a muff or something. Okay, there's Tibet Bridge. Do we need to get any closer? I don't think so. I'll come back later and I'll buy a ticket for the eye as well. See what I can see. And then I'll do a night crawl either tonight or tomorrow. So, that's my neighborhood for the next 3 days, or however long I decide to stay. I still haven't booked a flight out of Budapest yet. So I think I'll make my way back over to that bar, say hello to my new friends there. And then, of course, the apartment is just around the corner. And Buda Castle was in there somewhere too, as was Matthias Church. So that's definitely a priority, is to get a map. See if I can find some sort of tourist information office or something. Rendőrség. I have to try to remember to not accidentally say any of the, not that I know a lot of them, but any of the bad words that I know in Hungarian. Okay, so this was the market we passed on the way in, but we passed it on the other side, I think. Cool, lots of coffee shops and snack shops, and no doubt you'll find strudel and bagely and all kinds of delicious stuff. Oh man, something smells really good in here. It smells like mulled wine, which is basically just spiced wine. They throw in cinnamon and cloves and other tasty spices. Maybe some fennel seed. I used to make it myself, but I don't remember what I would add to it. Yeah, okay, so that's the neighborhood, guys. I'll just let the battery run out. I might as well just carry on filming. Let you guys see maybe some more interesting stuff, and I'm just gonna go silent and make my way back to that little bar or cafe where I was last night. So there's the eye again. So yeah, I think we can definitely get some cool shots of all that beautiful architecture, that architectural extravaganza across the river when all the lights are lit up. Plus a little bit of Saint Stefan too, which is just in behind there. And look at that building there. So according to my phone, I'm heading in the right direction. So I think it's just up there where the last bus stop is from the airport, where I was dropped off, and where the cafe is. But I had no idea it was in that building there. Wow, because of course when you're right up close you can't see any of the stuff above, right? But from this distance, if I'm correct, and that is where the cafe is, that's really something. Like the McDonald's that I saw, I don't remember where I saw it, just in passing. but it also was in a historical building, the most beautiful McDonald's I've ever seen. Well, the most beautiful building with a McDonald's in it that I've ever seen. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, so we know it's the cafe is right there. Let's